Okay, welcome. So we'll do a little, okay. So we'll start on our mats. And you can just lay back and bend the knees and feel the feet flat on the floor. Just let the weight of the body sink into the ground. And breathe deep, allowing the rib cage to expand and then soften back into the floor. Place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And just occasionally, wiggle your toes around or feel what the feet are doing on the floor. You can close your eyes and take deep inhales and exhales. The breath is filling up from the base of the belly all the way through the rib cage, traveling up the spine. And it lands in the middle of the skull and between the ears at the top of the spine. Then as you exhale, feel like it's trickling down the spine. Exhaling through the rib cage and diaphragm, all the way through the organs and belly, and landing into the lower belly, lower spine. Just kind of visualize this breath like a wave, traveling through the body, upwards and downwards. And as you inhale, allow the rib cage to open up the hands away from each other a little bit. So feel the separation between the front of the abdomen and the rib cage and top of sternum. And then as you exhale, feel those hands drifting towards. A couple more times, just inhaling and exhaling. And one more time, in and exhale out. Take one hand on the lower belly and you can remove the hand from the heart, just place it to your side. And you're just going to encourage the lower abdomen to scoop inwards as we dart our breath outwards in small little puffs of exhale. So halfway inhale, and then we're going to go through the mouth. And just encourage the lower belly skin up towards the spine. Every time you exhale, ten more, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale everything out. Long exhale, hold the breath out. And release that, breathe regular. And exhale out. Good, from there, spiral pinky up. So we're just sliding through space up towards the top of the head and pull that down, prayer position with the hands, dripping through the center of the body, creating space underneath the armpit, and then flip the palms face down. And again, spiral pinky up, lifting through the rib cage. Inhale with that and exhale, draw down center, open palms and flip palms. And again, third time, lifting up and drawing down through center. Palms, really reaching through that extremity of spiral through the shoulder joint, drawing elbows together and opening palms. Take the right hand and left foot away. So stretching and yawning through that right side of the body. Allow the hand to fall to the left. And then we're going to draw the heel to sits bone, engaging through that armpit. Feel like you're pressing something against the sky. And left arm spiraling in, reaching away. Allow the head to fall to the right hand side. Lift up through that side rib cage. And exhale, draw everything. Push something into the ceiling as you place the hand down. And right side yawning. And exhale. Pull the belly back towards this floor as you do this. And last time, drawing in. And exhaling down. And we'll take two arms and legs together. crossing, feel the forearms touch each other as you yawn away. And then everything pushing down towards the center of the body. And last time in. And pushing, exhale. Now we're going to take double arm, double leg. One more time. Allow a flop to happen. So release everything. Just let the arms and legs fall away. Draw the elbows to the knees. Inhale. And exhale, centering legs together. And again, drawing in. Inhale. Exhale, flop everything. Release the body. Inhale, draw elbows to knees. And exhale, centering the legs and arms. One more time. Inhaling. Exhale, release. And inhale, opening. And exhale, center. Good. Let's take a little pelvic rock. So rolling up the spine all the way to our bridge position, and then softening down through the sternum, through the middle spine, pelvis, and lower spine. And one more time, rocking up, engaging the abdominals all the way up to our bridge position. Feel the big toe joint into the floor and softening down into our little relaxed position here. Take it sequentially. So pull the belly button back towards the spine. Just lift the lower, lower pelvis and abdominals up and release down. And then a little further up the spine, lower middle back almost, and release that down. And we have into the rib cage, lower scapula area, and release down. So I'm really trying to almost like pull the abdominals back on themselves all the way up to the bridge, and then release that all the way down. Now reverse that. So come all the way up to our bridge, and I'm just going to soften through the heart. So push the heart sternum down towards the floor and lifting the spine up tall. Again, feel the big toe joints into the floor. Soften down through the middle spine, lower scapula, and reverse lift. And all the way down to our lower spine, trying to sequentially push the vertebrae into the floor one by one. And last time, all the way down, soften into the ground. Good. And rolling up the spine, we'll go down the right side. So I'm going to soften down the right side, tipping the pelvis slightly, centering, and roll up through center. And left side, rolling down, give that erector spinae a little massage as you do this, centering and rolling up. And again, right side, tipping through center. Feel two sides of the pelvis, roll up through center. Left side softening sequentially down the spine, center pelvis, and roll up. And we have right side all the way down through center. Now push into that right leg, curl the tailbone, lifting up through the left side and centering the pelvis. And soften down the left side, rolling down through center. Push into the left leg, curl the pelvis, roll up the right side of the body, and right side soften, rolling through center, engage right leg, curl the pelvis, up the left side, and then last time, left side, softening down, engage the left leg, and roll up through center, and open our arms out to the side. So we're going to just open side rib cage to the left, and center, and right, and center, just slightly shifting side to side through space, and right side, opening up the intercostals, and then take the pelvis with you. So I'm really trying to shift and reach away from that opposite arm, shifting right side, left arm reach, right arm reach, and last time, the left side and center. And now try to snake down the spine. So starting with the heart center, left to right side, just kind of rolling down, rolling down, rolling down all the way to the bottom. Good. We'll take our right leg up and over. Take a little flex point as to start. So just kind of awaken the ankle, roll it out a little bit, and just feel the metatarsals moving through the ball and toes of the foot. And then cross that right leg over, shift the hips to the right side. We're going to allow the left knee to pull the right knee to the left. Little spinal twist here, and then floss through that right arm, coming back through center. So I'm really feeling oppositional pulls here. Following left knee into right knee. And then reach, engage the right arm, opening up the shoulder joint, pelvis, and center. And again, one more time. Left knee to right knee, opening. And keep going all the way over to your left side. Draw the right hand around on a circle of your body. Lifting up, feel the pinky finger opening up through that shoulder and allow that to carry your pelvis and torso back through center. And left knee into right, opening up to the left side. Drop the right arm. Really reach through that shoulder joint, circling up overhead and opening to the side and drawing back through center. And one more time, over. This time, take the arm up overhead. So the arm is going to come with you, reaching away from the body, crossing the body, dipping down across the legs. Now open that pinky finger again. Feel the back of the hand slide on the floor as you center. Last time, knees over, opening up, reach through the top of the head, circling around, dropping down through the thigh, and opening up. Feel the pinky finger, back of palm, and center the torso. Release the right leg and lifting up the left leg. Take a little flex point. Roll the foot around. And again, just working through the ball of the foot, toes. Feel that extreme flex of the ankle. So really just kind of opening up the foot and ankle here. Cross the left knee over right. Lift the hips to the left. Right knee hits left knee. Crossing the body, a little supine twist. Engage that left arm, open the shoulder joint, and come back through center. And again, fall into the right side and floss through the body and open back through center. And right knee falls into left again. Take the arm with you, crossing down towards the thigh. Reach past the right hand. Open up overhead. Reach through that pinky finger and allow the torso sequentially to come back through center. And again, falling to the right, crossing the body down. Nice big rolls here. Just opening up through the oppositional pool of the body and centering the torso. And again, we'll have falling to the right, lift the left arm up overhead. Trace the fingers on the floor. Really reach past that right hand. From here, rotate the shoulder first and draw back through center. Last time, falling over, reaching that arm up overhead and pushing something away as you curl the spine. Rotate those fingertips, shoulder, rib cage, waist, and pelvis. Good. And centering on your mat. Just take a little push through the heels here, just kind of rocking the spine out. Kind of feeling that back space awaken a little bit as I'm just kind of jiggling around the bones. And then from here, flex and push the heels into the floor. And then I'm going to curl through the balls of the foot all the way to my point. So feel the toes into the mat. And ball of the foot flexing, lift the toes off the floor. And then ball of the foot pushing into our top of toes. And again, peeling through, just kind of waking up those ankles again, pushing through ball of the foot to toes, and toes lift, ball of the foot, heel, and center. Good. From here, roll up the spine into our bridge position, and I'm going to internally rotate in the thighs, squeezing inner thigh. 1 and 2, 3, squeezing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open up, heels together. Push into the outside of the feet. Little pulse to the ceiling. 1, 2. Feel the IT band reaching past the knee, down the outside of the calf as I pulse to the ceiling. 6, 7, 8. Now open the heels a little wider parallel. Same thing. Push the big toe joint into the floor. 1, 2. Engaging the hamstrings. 3, 4. Engaging the abdominals. Pull the rib cage down towards the pelvis. 7, 8. Now turning out. Sorry, don't turn out feet. We squeeze the inner thighs, touch the knees together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, heels come back towards one another. So I'm really lifted. Now I'm going to peel down through my roll up in this position. So curving from the heart center, middle back all the way down through the pelvis. And try that roll up one more time. So lifting and pushing into the outside of the feet, peripheral line, softening down through space, rolling down position. One more time, rolling up. Feel the pinky toe joint reaching into the floor and then softening down through space. Good. Let's just take a little stretch here. So I'm going to release um, my left leg, pull my right leg in, and just soften in that hip socket. Take a little circle, pull the thigh bone towards the chest. Really just kind of waking up the hip socket a little bit. And from here, take that spinal twist. So knee falls to the left side. Just kind of rotating over to the left and reach that right shoulder joint away from the body. Breathe in here and exhale. And coming back through center, hold the right ankle, open up the top thigh, allow the knee to fall towards the floor. And breathing in and exhaling out. Release that right foot to the ceiling. You can hold on to your pant leg. You can bend your knee slightly, but just trying to feel a stretch through the back of the leg here. And breathe into that. Really just stretching through that hamstring. Take 2 breaths here. And exhale. Open that foot. So I'm going to take it to the side plane, up on the diagonal if possible. And just relax into that left hip. So really try to just soften through the left hip flexor and breathe deep. Bend that right knee, grab the inside of the foot, and just kind of gently pull that knee in towards the armpit. And soften here. Just kind of a nice stretch of the right hip. Good. From there, cross the body. We'll take a little pseudo pigeon position. So I'm opening up the right side of the hip and the glute. And then from there, I'm going to drag the left knee towards the ankle, crossing through, pull it towards yourself, and just gentle circles to the left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Reverse that, coming backwards to the right, and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. And just release those legs down, just kind of opening up the hip socket. Reverse your legs. So left knee coming in, really pulling the thigh towards you. Just going to take a little hip circle here, opening up through the back of the pelvis. And then reverse those circles. And from there, take a little supine twist. So left knee comes towards right space. And open up that left shoulder. And just sink into it. As I exhale and breathe, think of the back rib cage opening up towards the floor. And then I come back through center, opening up that left thigh, crossing the body, and just kind of dip into that left hip flexor and hip. Softening, let everything go. And again, straightening the left knee up, activating the hamstring. And as you exhale, feel like the weight of the hands just gently pulls at the leg and just lets it sink a little further towards the floor. Opening up that right hip flexor. Grab the inside of the foot and open that thigh towards the left-hand side, just softening into the side space. Let the right hip flexor dip down and drip as I exhale. Opening up through that hamstring, inner thigh. Come back through center and just bend the knee and soften deep into the floor, into a half happy baby. And exhale. Letting that thigh release down towards the ground a little deeper. And cross the body here. So come into our little pigeon pose. Just pull the thigh and calf a little bit towards you. Might not get very far, but crossing the body over to the right-hand side will give a deeper stretch there. And then from there, grab the right knee through the legs and take little hip circles here. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And then reverse that around. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Good. And just release that down. And give the legs a little shake out. Open and close, little windshield wipers. Just kind of rocking the hip socket. And then go the same direction, left and right. Floppy ankles. Give yourself a little heel rock. So pushing the heels down into the floor and just jiggling the bones around. Letting the skin, letting the muscles soften. Cool. So we'll have bending the knees. We'll roll up the spine into our bridge position. We're going to spiral the pinky, lifting up overhead. Hang from here and drip the spine down as you roll down to flat position. Big inhale in. And exhale, head, neck, chest come off the floor. Good. It's our first little curl of the day. So just kind of pulse here with 2 feet down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rolling down the spine and rolling up bridge position. Curl the tailbone. Lifting spiral pinky up overhead. And drip the spine down into the floor. Inhale in. And exhale, lift the right leg up. We'll pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, extend both legs. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, lift and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 legs up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex the heel of the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bend the knees. Lift higher through the torso and lower down. Good. From here, rolling up the spine, massage. Feel that back space into the floor. Spiral pinky up overhead. Inhale in. And exhale. Drip the spine away from the hands. Inhale. And exhale, head, neck, chest, lift. Lifting the left leg. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 2 legs. Flex the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees. Lift taller and lower down. Good. Take your hands and place it as a diamond position underneath your pelvis. Extend the legs long. Feel the lower abdominals engage. So feel pressure into the hands through the back of the pelvis and release that. And then engage the lower abdominals. Press the lower spine into your hands and release that. Now, feel that same pressure. Engage the lower abdominals. Lengthen the legs out long. Engage and lift up to the ceiling. Pelvis will shift a little bit back towards the thumbs. And then as I lower the legs, push back into the palms of the diamond of the hands and lifting high. And then I have lowering down, pull the belly back and in and lifting high. And 4, lifting up. And 5, lifting up. And 6, lifting up. 2 more. 7, pull the belly back and in. Last time. 8, and lifting up. Stay there. Open the legs slightly, and we're going to rotate in circles. So left leg crosses right. And 2, and 3, and 4. Engaging the abdominals. 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 9. 1 more, and 10. Bend the knees. Release the feet into the floor and open up the palms. Good. Just shake left and right, creating a little mobile spine here. One more time, rolling up through center. And spiral pinky lift above overhead. Inhale and exhale, lower all the way. And from here, 2 knees lift up, lift head, neck, chest. From here, we'll pulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend 2 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, open switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 legs to the ceiling, flex palms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend everything in, get a little higher through the torso, and lower down. Good. Give your little self a little shake out here again, just kind of rotating through the knees, shaking out the pelvis, kind of rocking side to side. From here, grab the left hands around the like shin calf area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my torso towards the knee, push into the hands so I can lift a little higher. And then I switch. Pull thigh towards chest and push a little higher. And change. 1 and push 2. And pull 1 and push 2. Deepening the back space of the torso and push 2. So opening up the back rib cage. 1 and push 2. One more switch. 1 and push 2. And then switch 1 and push 2. Now I'm going to pull 2 legs together. So I contract and curl into the back space. Pull and push. And 2 legs touch. Pull and push. And 2 legs touch. Pull and push. And 2 legs touch. Opening back space. And we have 2 legs touch. Scissor, pull and push. 2 legs touch. Scissor, pull and push. 2 legs touch. Scissor and push. 2 legs touch. Scissor and push and relax down. Good. Let's just take, we'll take a little roll up one more time. Lifting up into bridge position and spiral the pinky up overhead. Inhale and exhale as I drape the spine towards the floor. Lift head, neck, chest all the way up into a seated position. Sitting tall, and then take a little roll down. So curling the spine, softening into the floor, and relax. Draw the heels towards the sits bones. Pelvis lifts up into bridge. Spiral pinky lift up overhead. Drip the spine down. Lift head, neck, chest, curling towards the outside wall. And sitting tall. And curling the spine away from the arms, pulling the belly back and in, and drawing the heels towards sits bones. And one more time, rolling up. Spiral pinky lift. And vertebrae by vertebrae, head, neck, chest lift off the floor. Lifting tall and coming to a seated position. Good. Okay, cool. So we'll just face front. We'll take a little opening of our hips, and then we'll do some yoga. So feet together. I'm going to curl and lift through the back space of my rib cage and push center. And again, shifting, curl and center, curl and center, and a curl and center. From here, curling through the back space of the rib cage. Fold the one leg in, and I'm going to push back into it. So leaning into that open under scapula. Lift side rib cage and come center. When I come center, I can open up the rib cage to the front. Curling side, pushing back, folding the knee in, push into that back rib cage stretch, and lifting side plane to center. And again, side plane, back diagonal, fold. Extend the knees this time. So we're straight legs, pushing into the back rib cage, side and front. And again, around circle, folding and push into that back centering, lifting and circle front. Take it all the way around. So pushing into the back rib cage, all the way through center. Change to the opposite side and push open front. and curl. Lift the rib cage, push back through center, and side rib cage fold and front. One more time each direction, folding side, centering, lift side rib cage, up, and last time, changing and folding, reaching side and up. Good. From here, legs extend. Just take a little twist of the spine. So I'm reaching that right leg forward, taking the right leg or arm onto the outside of the leg and twisting the spine. Breathe in and exhale into the back rib cage. Pull the abdominals in and centering forward. And left leg reaching forward slightly outside of thigh and twisting into that back rib cage. Pull the belly in and center. Second time, reaching forward, twisting the spine. I'm going to lift that right hip off the floor. Big inhale. And exhale, twist further. Breathing into back rib cage and centering down. And left foot forward, twisting spine. Lift the hip. Big inhale. And exhale into the back rib cage. Feel that expansion and centering. Now take it all the way into a twist. So right leg and then twisting, lift the hip. From here, keep going, spiraling the head all the way to the belly. So you're really lifting that right foot and pulling oppositionally away. Now I'm going to reach that right foot forward, keep in the spiral as much as possible. Now pelvis, waist, shoulders, and head. And twisting, lift the hip, and keep going towards the left side. Curling, curling, curling. That, what is this? Left foot is reaching away from your nose. Now, toes, pelvis. Keep the spiral going, and center. And last time, twisting. And keep going towards that left side, whatever you're doing. Spiraling, spiraling. Now, toes lead, pelvis, waist, hips, head, shoulder. And last time, changing, spiraling twist. Lift the hip and all the way to the floor. Pull the belly in as we do this. So I'm highly engaged and toes, heel, waist, head, shoulders. Good. Awesome. So let's swing around. We'll take a little child's pose here and just rest your forehead into the floor. Softening the back of the pelvis. Breathing deep. Stretching under the armpits. And one more breath. Curling, lift the spine into all fours. And just take a little head-tail connection, curling into space. And then arching the head and pelvis away from one another. And then I curl, pull the belly up towards the sky, and I arch, inhale. And I curl, exhale. And I inhale. And I curl, exhale. And I inhale. Now from here, take a sequential movement through the pelvis, lower waist, middle rib cage, top of rib cage, and head. Pelvis arch, middle waist, opening up the front of the chest, and head. One more time. Pelvis, lower back, middle back, upper back, head, and pelvis. Really trying to isolate, opening through the spinal column and head. Now reverse that. Head drop, and thoracic, middle spine, and bottom of the pelvis. Head drops, arching, thoracic, and opening up, and last time chin, thoracic, middle spine, and pelvis, opening chin, thoracic, middle spine, and pelvis. From here, I want to sink into the shoulders, and then I'm going to push away and sink, squeeze the scapula, a little squidge, and push. And now from here, drop the scapula down, roll the shoulders back and forward, up towards the ears. Now sink, drop the scapula down, Push into the palms of the hands and forward. And sink. Rolling back and down. Pull the belly in, so still engaging through the spine and abdominals. Sink, roll the scapula down, lifting, push into the floor. Other way. So pushing forward, squidge the shoulder blades up towards the earlobes. Push into the floor and lowering, rolling forward, push. And third time, dropping, squidge the shoulder blades, push into the floor. And last time, dropping, pushing into the floor and relax. Good. Tuck the toes. Take a little shift into our downward dog position. Breathing in and exhale. Let the heels sink into the floor. Feel water dripping down from the sits bones, down the backs of the legs and into the heels. And just breathe 4 strong breaths here. Release the tension in the neck. Every time you inhale, open the back rib cage up a little bit further. Third breath in. And fourth breath in. And let that drip. Good. Bring your right foot forward into a deep lunge. So just keep the back foot parallel, dropping through that back knee. You can even put the knee back on the floor if you want. And if you're feeling ready, keep that flex through the back leg. Toes are facing the front of the mat. Just kind of open up that front of pelvis here. From there, place the hands down back into our plank position. So pushing in, you can always keep your hands on the floor, lowering down for 3, 2, 1. Opening up into a little, you could put the elbows underneath the shoulders if you'd like. If you're ready, you can push up into an upward dog position. Opening up the shoulders, wrap the elbows towards the rib cage and pull the belly up towards the spine. Tuck the toes, downward dog position. Big inhale and exhale. Left leg coming forward. Drop the back knee. And we're just kind of stretching out the right hip flexor here. Breathing in. Send the oxygen down through the hips. From there, take the left foot back, 2 hands on the floor, and lowering back into our plank position. Bend the elbows, 3, 2, 1. Slight shift forward, opening the shoulder joint, and push away into the floor, upward dog. Breathing in, and exhale. Tuck the toes back to downward dog position. And exhale, sink the heels. Right leg coming forward. Now, we're going to flip the toes onto like a little pseudo, like 10 o'clock position. And then I'm going to establish the back pinky toe into the floor and come on up into my warrior 1. Square off the hips. So I want to bring that left hip forward. And if you're ready, you can have your arms out to the side or spiral the pinky and lift towards the ceiling. Move this so you can see me a little bit. Stay there. And squeezing, opening up. Let's take a little, like a goalpost arm. And I'm going to squeeze, pulling elbows together and open. And 2. And open. And 3. Pull the belly in. And open. 4. Last time, opening the back scapula and open. Good. Reach the arms towards the sky. Open back into your arch if you want. And fall forward. Prayer position with the hands. Reaching into our plank position all the way down. Lower 3, 2, 1. Lifting up into upward dog. Exhale. And flip the toes back into our downward dog position. Let the heels sink into the floor. Big deep breath. And exhale. Left foot coming forward. Right foot up into our warrior 1 position. Find the back pinky toe joint. Flip the right hip forward. And breathe. Just softening into our plie. Extending through that back leg. Really trying to feel that weird rotation that's happening in the pelvis, and then that spiral sensation down the back and outside of the right thigh and calf. Lifting the arms if you're ready. And opening into our goalpost arms. We'll squeeze it. 1 and open. 2 and open. Try to get deeper in the plie. Every time you open the arms, widening the base and open, and 5 and open. From here, lifting up, big inhale, and then softening down through the front space into our plank. Slowly lower. 3, 2, 1. Upward dog, inhale, and downward dog, exhale back. Let the heels sink. 1 full breath here, and softening. Right foot come forward into our warrior 1 position. Come on up one more time. And we're gonna open up into our warrior 2. I'm just gonna flip so I'm facing you. So back foot is gonna be parallel to the back of the mat. You can get a little wider through the front leg, and arms are gonna reach out. Just take your focus and gaze out towards those right fingertips. Breathe in and exhale. Feel like you're pressing something down through the shoulder joints. So really just lengthening and wrapping those scapula out, but yet having a little resistance, like you're pushing down a tabletop. Flip that front palm, lift up and back with the side rib cage, opening up towards the ceiling. Now curving, pull into our submissive warrior, reaching that scapula away from the fingertips and lifting back up to ceiling and back to our warrior 2. Opposite arm reach, lift that from the rib cage first and come into a little almost pseudo triangle. So lifting through the left fingertips all the way down through the left foot. Pull the belly back in. Rotate the downward right rib cage forward. Slide down the leg, take it a little deeper into space. And then come on up into our warrior 2 position. Lift up and over. So I'm gonna lift through, flexing that front heel, opening up the back leg. So rotating, take a big wide second position. Flip the back foot and straighten out. Let's try that one more time. So really a lot of leg work here. So lifting up, opening back knee as deep as you can go. Widen the base, change the back leg, and coming up through center. Good. From here, curl, back arm to right. Thread the needle, open up the chest, and curl towards the back space. Lift high one more time, and thread the needle, curl, push into the sternum. Open the chest, curl back through the back rib skates, and up. Good. Spiral all the way down. I'm gonna come into my plank position. Hold here for a few breaths. And lower down on 3, 2, 1. Upward dog. Inhale and downward dog. Exhale, pushing back through space. Sink the heels and relax. Left foot's gonna come forward. I'm gonna flip so you can see me. Come into our warrior 1 position. Back foot reaching down towards the mat. Squaring off, and then I'm gonna open up into my warrior 2, opposite side. Again, press down with the arms, but open up through the scapula. So similar to our Qigong warrior, I'm gonna push away from the scapula towards the opposite walls. Bring the left knee back over that foot. And again, if anytime you wanna hold on to a wall, it's totally fine too. Couple deep breaths. Focus and gaze, resting over the left fingertips. Take that left arm or lift it forward, up and over into the back space. And make sure that pinky toe is parallel with the back of the mat. Lift up through the left side oblique rib cage. Curling away, spiraling against that back leg. Pull into the back space and reverse that, opening into our side plane and lifting tall spine. Right arm reaches up and over to the opposite triangle position. Lifting, reaching on the diagonal. Right fingertips away from right pinky toe. And deepen that if you can, sliding down. You can even hold a block here if you have a block handy. And coming on up, push down to that left hamstring. We have threading the needle through to the front space. Open through the chest, backward, curl away, and lift forward. And one more time, curling, resisting. Push through the chest first. Open the chest side, curl back through space, and open. Now we have up and over, lifting through the foot. Big change of the back leg, deepen through second position. Now change, push down through the back leg, wrap the thigh in the socket, and come standing. And one more time, lifting up, changing the leg, lower two legs, change the back leg, push into it, and stand. Good. Spiraling down into our plank position. Let's take one knee down and a second knee down, all fours. From here, curl, shift the weight back through space, and then arching, shift the weight forward, a little push-up position, head and tail away from each other. And curling back through space again, shift the weight. And coming forward, arch. And third time, shift the weight back. Coming forward, arch. Last time, pull back through space. And curl, arch. And from here, take the legs over to the left-hand side, just the shins. You can squeeze your knees together. Pull back through space, curling. Feel that right side stretch. From here, open the right thigh, twist towards the ceiling. Twist as much as possible to push into the left rib cage. And then hand, elbow, shoulder, waist, pelvis, pull back, stretch again, and center forward. And curling, centering, pushing forward, push up, position. And curling side, shift the shins. Feel that left side stretch. Open the left thigh to the ceiling, twisting upper rib cage. Push into that right thigh. And hand, elbow, shoulder, waist, curl back on it. And centering. One more time each side. Curling back through center. Arch, push. And to the side, curl. Shifting the weight, and push through that left thigh so that you're not shifting towards the left-hand side. You're really trying to oppositionally push forward in the pelvis as I reach through the back space with my arm. And changing, spiraling, curling back through space, and center, torso. Last time, curl, arching forward, belly is engaged. Open, curl, side to side. Lift left thigh, right rib cage pushing forward in space. Pull the belly back and in. And I have head, waist, pelvis, curling, and center. Good. Just take a little child's pose real quick. Just softening into the pelvis. Breathing deep. And relaxing down. And one more time in. And relaxing down. Rolling into our spine. From here, you can either keep your knees down or come into a plank position. We're just going to work some abs in this direction. So I'm going to lift my knee, curling in towards my torso. Then I'm going to push back into plank position. I lift the knee, touch the outside elbow, and pushing back into plank. Third time, cross, right knee to left elbow, a little twist of the spine, and pushing back to plank. Opposite direction would be just to keep the opposite knee down and do all of the same things, but coming through all fours. So we have left knee, opposite, curling, through center, and back to plank. And touching outside elbow,
and back to plank. Crossing the body, tap the opposite elbow, back to plank, and bend the knees. Come back into a child's pose. And breathing in, and breathing out. Come into all fours. Take a little thread the needle. So opening up our right side, twisting the spine, pushing through that gap, and just relax onto the floor. Feel the back scapula opening. Pull the belly in. Try to find your pelvis in between two knees. So if you notice that you've shifted over to one side, try to bring the weight back center. Pull the belly in. Push into the left arm, come up through center, and replace. And opening opposite side. Pull the belly in, twist, and thread the needle underneath the arm, and relax down. Pulling the belly into a twist. Open up the back space. Find that scapula sinking towards the floor. Find that weight shift through center. Pull the belly in, push down into the right arm, and come back through center. One more time with the abs that we just did. So walking back into our plank position if you can, or keeping all fours, and curling right foot in towards nose, and back to plank. And outwards, tap the outside elbow. Back to plank, and twisting. Tap inside elbow. Back to plank, and shift back into a child's pose. Take a little moment, breathing in and breathing out. Rolling through the spine, last time plank position. And curling knee to nose. And come back to plank. And elbow outside and back to plank. Elbow inside, pull the belly, twist the spine, back to plank, and take a little child's pose, knee down, and shift back through space. And breathing deep. Let's flip onto our backs. And just take a moment to feel the back space on the floor. Opening up palms to the ceiling. Breathing deep. Feel the spinal alignment on the floor. If you feel like your weight is shifted to one side or the other, try to adjust that. See if it's an even through space kind of feeling side to side. And from there, take one foot, place the feet on the floor. Last little thing we'll do. From here, let's just take our Garuda rolling like a ball. So cross the left foot underneath the ankle, underneath the right calf. And then I'm just gonna take that to the ceiling and I'm gonna pulse my pelvis upwards. So push with the left and lift, switch the legs. Push with the right and switch. Push with the left and switch. Push with the right. So really feeling the back stay sinking towards the floor, engaging the abdominals back and down. Last time, push and back. Good. So we're gonna roll up, lifting, rocking up to our balance position. From here, I'm gonna push the left leg back into the right and switch when I come up. And pushing right leg into left and switch, come up. Left leg into right. Pushing down from the right and switch. Push up with the right. Push down with the left and switch. From here, hands come to the floor. I'm gonna take it all the way back. So rocking all the way back into our little plow position. Switch the legs, push down with the left foot and come up to balance. And curling, right foot engage. Switch the legs, push down with the right and lift. And left leg go. Pushing back and switch. Crossing, lift. Last time, pushing back and switch. Crossing and lift. Good. Just roll down the spine. If you can, take your legs out long. Lifting towards the ceiling, legs are straight. Take it all the way up and over if you can. So take the feet towards the back wall. You can support the spine here by placing your hands on the lower spine. You can stay here and relax and plow, or you can lift and try to get the feet towards the ceiling, pushing further up in space. And just hold here, breathing in, pull the belly in. Try to relax the back of the neck. Again, if this feels better for you, you could put your feet on the floor or just kind of soften into an overhead position here. And release the hands, rolling down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep the legs straight. You can point the toes, roll all the way down to the floor, slowly lowering the legs. Pull the belly back and in, and release everything down. Take a moment here. Close the eyes, palms face the ceiling. You can extend the legs. Just focus back in on that breath. Breathing deep. Feel that ocean wave return. Letting the sweat drip down towards the floor. Feel the shoulder joints relax. Every exhale, just let the muscles go a little bit further. Let your body sink a little further into the ground. And just take a moment for yourself to focus inwards, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body, relaxing the spirit. And with that, just roll to one side. Feel the shift of weight. And then come up to a seated position. Just cross the legs. Feel the palms fall on the knees and just close the eyes. Focus in on the top of the spine and back space, so lengthening out. In fact, keep your eyes closed. Cross your hands, fold your hands, and take them almost like you're doing a sit-up position at the back of the head. So even if you need to look at me for a second, but then close your eyes and just feel the thumbs into the base of the skull. And as we breathe here, try to lengthen the skull up towards the ceiling so your chin might drop a little bit. And feel this nice lengthened spinal column, lifting the head out of the neck. I'm not doing this aggressively, just kind of encouraging length through the back space. Release the hands, come back to our knees. Try to keep that length in the spine. Breathing in. Spiral the pinky lift up. Take a prayer position with the arms. Tap the top of the head, dripping the thumbs to the crown of the head, down through the nose and mouth and chin, down the throat, the sternum. Take that prayer all the way into the belly. Flip the palms open one more time. Big deep breath in and exhale. And thank you everyone for class.